Plaintiff Lori Lindsay says she and the defendant's brother were friends with benefits, and Lori ended up having a child with him. Lori claims the defendant's brother is now deceased, and his family has doubts about paternity, so she petitioned the court for a DNA test. Defendant Daryl Thompson says if Lori's son is his biological nephew, Daryl wants to have a relationship with him and be in his life. However, Daryl can't move forward with their relationship until he knows the DNA test results.
All right, and we're here today for a DNA test to determine the paternity of your child?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me some background.
In August of 2006 is when I had met the defendant's brother, Terrence. I was working in a liquor store in Arizona. He had come into my store, and I was on the phone with my ex-husband, arguing, and I was crying, and, you know, ex-husband, wife stuff. He came over to me, he put his hand on my hand.
His brother?
His brother. He had put his hand on my hand and said, somebody so beautiful should not be this upset and crying. So I knew we had some sort of connection. I was in awe because he was paying attention to me, and I was just getting a divorce.
Saw that you were vulnerable.
I'm sorry?
Nothing, go ahead.
Okay. He had put his hand on my hand and said, somebody so beautiful should not be this upset and crying. So I knew we had some sort of connection. I was in awe because he was paying attention to me, and I was just getting a divorce.
Saw that you were vulnerable.
Plaintiff Lori Lindsay insists the defendant's deceased brother is her child's father. But the defendant has his doubts, so Lori petitioned the court for a paternity test.
Guys search women down who've recently divorced and are still sad.
Well, he charmed me. So for about 3 to 4 months, we had a friends with benefits type situation. The last benefit situation that we had together, he came to my house. He had sat down next to me on my couch, and he had put his hand on my leg, and I got like this jolt of fire energy, like it just like a lightning bolt went through me. So I knew something was gonna happen that night, okay? So anyway, within just a couple of days, I felt I was pregnant. I took a test and I was pregnant. So I contacted Terry and I said, we're
How
pregnant.
many days later?
It was like only 4 or 5. So he was okay with it. Everything was cool. He was down with it. Then after a little bit, he started getting controlling on, you're carrying my baby, don't talk to this person, you can't do this. I smoke cigarettes.
Well, he certainly didn't want a relationship just with benefits anymore, I assume.
Right, exactly. But he didn't want any type of relationship either with that. He just wanted his son. So anyway, he got a bunch so controlling that I just cut off all ties with him. I had my son in June of 2007. My little sister was with me. She asked if she should contact Terry, and I said, okay. So he came to the hospital. He was in and out of the delivery room. They had to take him out a couple times because he was getting controlling and like loud and belligerent. But he was there to cut the umbilical cord. When my son was born, the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck, and he was blue. He wasn't breathing too well. So the nurses immediately just took him, got him all cleaned up and good to go. And they came over and said, okay, who wants the son? And Terrence said, you had him for 8 months. It's my turn. So for 3 hours, he had my son, which is fine. He did stay in
his brother again, right?
His brother.
Go ahead.
So he did stay in the hospital with me that night. He said, I'll do anything that I can to get my kid, even if that means I have to kill you. So
why didn't he want you to have the child or share in the life of the child?
He thought I was going to be a bad mother, I suppose. I'm not sure what he was thinking.
Okay, you never asked?
No,
you never said, why don't you want me to be a part of my child's life?
Well, when he had threatened to kill me, he was escorted out of the hospital.
I know, but that's why I'm saying, even then, that's even more of a reason to find out why he didn't want you to be a part of the child's life.
I just cut all ties off, and I took his name off the birth certificate.
Just sounds odd that you don't want to know.
Very.
Why? What's wrong with me? Why don't you want me to raise our child? What are you talking about? You give me some background on this, and this is your brother, though, so tell me as much as you know. Where's your brother?
My brother's deceased.
Oh, sorry to hear that. When did
he was killed in a car accident.
When did he pass?
about 3 years ago, almost 4
Sorry
years.
to hear that. What did you know of the relationship
I knew the relationship.
when they
I
started?
never met Lindsay, but from my brother's point of view, she said that was his baby. What she said, we wasn't for sure when the blood work wasn't done. So, and it was skeptical because we were never allowed access or liberty to him,
To who?
to Jacob, her son. Their
Okay,
son.
but what do you know of the delivery
Yeah, I know
and
my
the
brother was
threats
there.
and him not wanting her to be a part of the child's life? I mean, what
Well,
do you
the
know
baby
about
was
that?
she was supposed to give the baby to my brother
Why?
because I guess she felt like her family wouldn't accept him, a biracial baby.
No, that's not what she's saying.
I know
She's
that's not
saying-
what she's saying.
Okay.
But
My
they
family's not racist, Your Honor.
They love him now.
Did they have a problem at any point?
No, they just didn't think that I should raise the child on my own.
So they thought it would be better to give to a man.
My family actually wanted me to give the baby up for adoption, and I said no.
Why is that?
Well, I moved to Arizona to be close to my father when he got sick. So when I found out that Jacob was a boy, I said I'm keeping him to carry on my daddy's last name.
All right. And we're here because why then?
I'm petitioning the court for a DNA
Right.
test. I came close to Daryl and his mom, and they had said that the best thing for Jake would be to try to receive Terrence's Social Security.
Ouch.
And that's the primary reason for
Well,
wanting
that
to get
and
paternity test?
he's not on his birth certificate,
Okay.
and
there you
I
go.
want to be close, and I want Jake to be close to his family on the side. I was selfish for doing what I did. I know I was wrong, and that's why I want to try to make it better now.
And you're going to change the name
wanna
on the
change
birth
everything.
certificate. Okay.
He did
This
stay
is
in
his
the
brother again,
again
right?
his brother.
Go ahead.
So he did stay in the hospital with me that night. He said, "I'll do anything that I can to get my kid, even if that means I have to kill you." So
Why didn't he want you to have the child or share in the life of the child?
Plaintiff Lori Lindsay insists the defendant's deceased brother is her child's father. But the defendant has his doubts, so Lori petitioned the court for a paternity test.
And why hasn't the child been close to the family? She says she wants that to be the case.
Over the span of Jacob's life, he's 11 now. It's always been up and down. She'll let us talk to him for a minute, and then if she gets angry or out of control or on a binge,
Binge of
binge
what?
of what?
drinking, liquor store.
I worked in a liquor store. I worked in a liquor store. That doesn't mean I was drinking it.
I mean, I don't knock nobody for the sauce, but you know, I've been on the phone and FaceTime with Jacob. He's, emotionally crying.
Did you ever have a problem with them spending time?
Well, they live in Texas. I live in Pennsylvania.
Have you ever denied them the
No.
opportunity?
No, but there's monetary situations that I can't get to Texas.
Right, but them paying for him to come hasn't been the case?
That's not even been
No
discussed.
offer has been made, and
Not at this time.
That's
financial
not true.
issues haven't been discussed? Have you even told them that, what you just told me? I'd like to have him spend more time with you all, but I can't afford
Yes,
to.
sir. Yes,
And what was
yes,
their
Your Honor.
response? Okay, or didn't respond? Yes, what are you saying to
No,
that?
yes, we offered, and we did let her know that if that is my brother's son, of course he's entitled to Social Security, some assistance. We don't have a problem with that. The problem just comes to just us being apart and making sure he's Terrence's son. It haven't never been verified, and just making sure that Jacob's well-being, mental well-being, is stable and suffice. I'm not here to say that she's a bad parent or anything, but there's just been some instances where I've been on the phone and things didn't seem too stable.
With her and the
And with
child.
Jacob, yeah.
Okay.
So, things been said about my brother that I thought that wasn't fair for a young child
her?
to have, a young child to have to hear those kind of things. And
She's
it's really
talked
just one side of the
negatively.
story.
She's talked negatively to
Yes.
her son about
His father.
deceased father.
Yes. So I had a problem with that. It's had an impact on our family because we're denied.
The unfortunate part is that there are no grandparent or uncle rights. So it's
Right,
still,
exactly.
that was a Supreme Court case of grandparents' rights years ago, because people fought for that, thinking, and perhaps understandably so, and now that I'm a grandfather, I certainly feel that way, that they have access despite the parent not wanting. I don't like you, I don't like your mother, so I'm not letting my child go over there, or the son is deceased or the father is deceased, and I don't like y'all. I don't like his mother, his grandmother. So no, his grandmother can't see him. Grandmother sues, I'm gonna see my grandbaby. No, I should have access, I should. Court said no. There's no legal standing for you as a grandparent to have any authority over a child that is not yours. So it'll still be up to her. And ma'am, the family, if it's his family, you...
I have no problems.
All right. And so let's see the results, and we'll know now that you all won't have any problem. Now, who took the test?
My mother.
Okay. That's a lot
The
more,
grandmother.
lot closer in relation to be able to make that determination. And the DNA test indicates the relation is 99.98%, that he is the father and he is the uncle. That's a good sight to see. I'm glad to see that. Good.
I want to say that I'm very happy and thankful and grateful that we are 99.9% part of the Thompson family, and this little boy is a lucky guy to have him and I as well in his life.
We love you. We always have. We always kind of know in our heart. And it's a lot of people waiting to celebrate him and bless him.
I want to say that I'm happy to be here, and I was actually pretty nervous coming here today because it's my first time on a plane. Very first time on a plane. And that I love these two very much, and that I will for the rest of my life.
Oh, Jake. Amen.
Plaintiff Crystal Wheat says the defendant is her son, and after he was shot in a drive-by shooting, she worked hard to get her and her family out of the projects. However, Crystal's suing her son for the value of a car. Defendant Anaje Wheat says he was always driven by his mother's high expectations, and as a result, he got an athletic and academic scholarship to college. Anaje feels he is only responsible for half the value of the car.
Start with you.
I am a 40-year-old mother of 4, 24 and 19, 13 and 11. I'm here with my 19-year-old son. I call him OJ. Me and OJ. Right. Me and OJ, you know, we've had quite a relationship, of course, as mother and son. Outstandingly, in 2009, he was shot in a drive-by. He was taking out the trash, and somebody came by and shot, and the one bullet put like four holes in him. So as a result, you know, I've made a lot of better choices, such as where we stay. We were living in the projects at the time. I worked really hard to get us out of the projects, get us to home. I'm considerate of the schooling and, you know, those type of things, so my children won't have to fear things like that again.
Defendant Anaje Wheat is being sued by his mother, who claims she moved her family out of the projects after Anaje was shot in a drive-by shooting.
How did you work hard and achieve that?
Well, I've been a nurse for 13 years, but what I've done is just mature my way of thinking and mature my decision making. You know, God has blessed me with a means, so I just be more responsible with my means.
All right, spending your money properly. Let me compliment you. Number one way to get your child a good education, unfortunately, you must live in a good school district, because poor areas, their school districts do not provide a quality education for the most part, and there's many reasons for that. So Number one way of overcoming that is to move to a community that has a good school system. Number way of getting away from crime is to move to a community that has less crime.
Yes, sir.
So you've done the right thing, and you've made the right sacrifices so that you could find a better place to live for your children.
Correct.
And so that they'd have a better chance in life. So hats off to you. A lot of folks need to learn that. A lot of folks. Awesome. All right, so young man, why don't you give me some background on yourself?
When me and my mother, we've always had communication problems throughout the years. I used to lie about many things, and because of that, we've always had problems throughout our relationship.
Yes, it would be. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. You would have communication problems with a person who lies all the time. That kind of makes sense.
But even though we've had communication problems throughout our lives, it didn't discourage the fact that she's always had high expectations for me.
Good.
And because of that, I've always put myself in the best position possible throughout going through academics or athletics, either one. I did both of those throughout my days in high school, and it got me to the point where I had academic and athletic scholarships.
Good.
So,
Excellent. See? Go ahead.
but because of my decision making, she did not accept the fact that I chose athletics over academics.
Okay. You went to college? You played athletics in college?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And because of that, the school that I had went to, it was not right for me. And
What was wrong?
I wasn't able to focus on my education.
Why?
Because the students that were there, they were like really messy, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Not really. When you go to class, what would they do?
At the time, I wasn't in the right mindset when I first started college.
So you did it on yourself. Everybody did. It wasn't because of no other people were messy. You weren't in the right mindset.
Yes,
And you quit?
yes, sir, I did quit. And
Okay, then what?
And then after that, I chose to start online school
Okay.
so I can better myself.
Where you at with that?
I'm accepted into the school. I have an 85 right now in my classes, and
What year are you in?
my first year.
Is what he said true?
Your Honor, first of all, yes, he's always been very, very smart. His strongest muscle, I believe, is his brain. Despite my discouragement, he chose to go ahead and follow football. Your Honor, he ended up with because he's so strong academically and participated on the team, he ended up with a few offers for football scholarships in schools. He intentionally chose the most furthest away place that he could possibly find. And I tried. I said, oh, Najee, you don't understand. It's a whole nother life. Your Honor, within the first semester, he was back at home.
Why?
He called and said, Mom, I messed up. I woke up. I was strapped to a hospital bed. I don't know what happened. Me and my friends, we were drinking and smoking, and I flipped out. The police was involved. Campus security was involved. I don't know if I have a scholarship still. This was within the first 3 months of him being there. And lo and behold, you know, they chose not to keep him at that school, and he ended up back at home.
Is this what happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you still lying. You talking about you used to lie. You still lying. You told me a totally different story.
Defendant Najee Wheat is being sued by his mother, who claims she moved her family out of the projects after Najee was shot in a drive-by shooting.
All right, what are you suing him for today, the value of the car?
Well, first of all, when he came back, you know, he does not contribute to the household. He does not clean up. He does not do anything, okay? He sits on the game with headphones in his ears. He doesn't even hear me when I call him. He was able to drive when he first got there until one night I gave him the truck because he has a job. And he got off at 2 o'clock in the morning. He caught a flat tire. He didn't want to call, I'm assuming, because he didn't want me to know what time it was in the morning. I wake up for work the next morning. Oh, Mom, by the way, I got a flat. It's just a flat. He didn't tell me that he caught a flat umpteen miles up the road, drove on the flat all the way home, despite the fact that I have AAA and a spare tire and a jack in my 2016 Dodge Journey. He just drove on the rim and drove on the rim. It looked like the Tasmanian devil had chewed my rim up and spit it out. So after that, you know, I fixed that. I bit the bullet. But I told him, if you ever get in my car and it's a big circle thing that resembles a steering wheel, you got in the wrong door. You can no longer drive. And so the next time, fast forward, I'm getting up for work. You know, I'm thinking my keys are in my purse where I left them. Kind of waking up, I get a phone call, Mom, oh my God, Mom. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I totaled the car. I said, well, OJ, can you drive it home? No, I can't. I was like, oh, goodness, it must be bad. I get up and I start walking and I call a cab. I go to the scene. He was okay, but my car definitely was not okay.
Let me see it. And what did he say happened again?
Of course he doesn't know, Judge. I don't know what happened. All the airbags deployed. The car's a total bust. There's a citation. So I said, you know what? You're going to have to start helping out around the house. You're going to have to start cleaning your room. And, you know, he works. He does work.
This is what you're dealing with. He relies on you. Doesn't pay you anything. Plays video games all the time and does all these things to you. And there's no consequence. I keep doing it too. I don't blame you. If there's no consequences. Yeah. He's a smart man. He is smart. You're right about that. No consequences. Keep doing whatever you want to do. Harm people, harm things, have your way. Lay up. Don't have to pay anybody for your food, shelter. Do you buy him clothes too?
Okay.
All right. That's a good deal. Man, don't you stop that. I don't care what I say today. You better keep that deal going, Doc. That's a good deal you got. Wish my mother had been like that when I was acting the fool. Man, you got it good, Doc. Man, I wouldn't go back to school. I wouldn't go nowhere. I would be there at that house for as long as she'll have me. Now, how you feel?
No.
I intentionally saying this to make you feel like you should feel.
I do.
Like a sucker.
I do.
And you're not alone. Many children treat their parents like suckers and the parents go for it, including myself from time to time. I'm way, way less likely than anybody else to go for it, but I have.
Defendant Anaje Wheat is being sued by his mother, who claims she moved her family out of the projects after Anaje was shot in a drive-by shooting.
All right, in terms of the money, young man, what do you say to totaling your mother's car and paying her for it?
I feel as though I should pay half because on the day of the crash, I was just trying to help my brother get to work that day. As she stated before, I was at work till like 2 o'clock the morning before.
Not that morning.
The night before.
Not that night.
What was... And you fell asleep, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So you're out of 15 grand or so? That happened to me. Only my person had crack in the car and said they were going to the unemployment office. Come out of rehab not too long prior to that. Said, can I use your car to go look for a job while you go to work? Yeah, I got a call. Car's been totaled. I've told this story before because it sticks with me because that $15,000 bill stuck with me for 3 years without a car. So you have to pay for something you don't have.
And sir, I have 3 jobs and I have to, you know, get there.
And you say you should pay half, why?
I feel as though my brother should pay the other half because
What did he do?
because I was trying to get him to work that day. And the only reason that I had took the car is because I was trying to help him out and get him to work.
I got you. And so, were you to have run someone over, would he have to share half of that, you think?
No, sir.
Why?
Because
you did it.
I was the one that did it.
Yeah, and you the one that did this. When you do it, it's your fault, you pay. And ma'am, hopefully you'll learn a lesson. $3,500 is your judgment. In the meantime, I'm gonna shake your hand. You the man. You got it made, Doc. You good. Keep on keeping on. As long as she'll go for it, keep doing it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge Mathis. Son, I need you to grow up.
Yes, ma'am. I will.